In this video, I want to talk about would you like you if you meet you? Ask yourself this question. Really tune in on how you feel right now. Think of this question. If ideas, thoughts, and feelings come to you, write them down. Don't get distracted by them right now. You can pick them up after this video. And really give some soul-searching thought to this question. Would you like you if you meet you? You got to understand one critical thing. You cannot outperform your self-image. So if you don't think you are capable of doing something, you don't think you are smart enough to do something, if you don't think you are a likable people to be around, if you have any of these limiting thoughts, that shapes what goes on in your world. But the beautiful truth is, the most liberating truth is when you understand it and you have someone guiding you, you can totally reshape and expand your self-image. You cannot outperform it, but you can expand it. And therefore, you outperform your current result. It is just a very important question. Give that some thought. Would you like you if you meet you? Now, I want to talk about how thoughts relate to our result in our life. How critical our thoughts are about ourselves in shaping everything around us. This lesson is the key to everything that you do. This is how you see you. Many years ago, I read about a sentence and it took me a few months studying that sentence to really understand what it means. I am not who I think I am. I am not who you think I am, but I am who I think you think I am. I spent a lot of time studying that, like I say, and you got to begin to think. If you got a poor opinions of you, you are going to get poor result. When I first met my mentor, I had a very bad result because I have a bad opinions of who I am. Of course, I have many good reasons why I have such a bad opinion. The result was so bad, and I was letting the result controlling me. It never entered in my mind that I was controlling those results. It was like a self-doomed fulfilling cycle that I was caught in. And I really get into studying and really got into thinking. I remember my mentor saying, having a good opinions of yourself is healthy. It is healthy, conscious awareness of who you are. So what we are talking about is your growth. And we are talking about the way you really want to live your life. If you are going to grow, and I'm going to say growing, and I want to grow, and we all want to grow. To grow, we got to change, and there's no other way around it. If I want to get better result, if you want to get better result, we got to change. And one thing that really wake me up is when my mentor says, see, you think this is a practice run for your life? You only got one life, one chance. It is all about the lifestyle. It's about how we spend our days, how we spend our time. I love the way I spend my day nowadays. I spend most of my days reading, writing, spending time with people I care, I love, doing the works that I love. And you got to get in an environment that is really good. Your life is all depends on how you see yourself, your self-image. There was an article that say if you put a shark in a tank, it will grow 9 inches. If you leave it in the ocean, it will grow up to 9 feet. So the shark growth is depending on its environment. That is the same to us. Our growth to a large degree is depending on our environment. What is your environment like? What do you need to change in your environment perhaps? That will really help you really grow and achieve the things that you want for your life. And that can make you really feel good about yourself and feel really good in your own skin. So we really want to understand the impact of our environment and our self-image on how it can be very much restricting us. And it has so much power over our choices and actions and behaviors. We have to understand this impact. And we have to really understand how the self-image was formed and how we can change it. It all started with you being an infant when your self-image began to shape. It is so powerful and is so deeply seated in us. But you can change it. And when you change it, you outperform your result. And you can do it through a lot of the technique. Like a lot of people were saying, visualizations, affirmation, positive self-talk. These are critical. We got one life, and it's all dependent on how we see ourselves, our self-image. There are 3 essential questions that I want you to think about. How does self-image impact my life? The truth is, it controls everything in your life. Number 2, how is self-image formed? Number 3, how is your self-image changed? How can we change it? Now, you only got one life. You got one life, I got one life. You want to be living in a nice environment, so am I. You want to do what you like to do and really enjoy doing it. One thing for me since last year was really enjoy every moment and think of myself as a really good person, and I want to enjoy my life. What about you? How do you think of you? Do you enjoy your life? Or do you get uptight? Or do you get short-tempered? Or just rushing through life and you're not paying attention to something that you should be paying attention to because you're on a mission to do something? I have been guilty of that for many, many years. I have been going through my life like that. So I make up a decision that I'm not going to have blinders on no more. I am going to cherish every single moment and enjoy the magic in life. So after this video, I want you to spend some time. Really ask yourself this question. Would you like you if you see you? And assess your self-image. Where does that come from? And I'll see you in my next video.